Today, I'm going to be winning 24 championships with Kobe Bryant. We're starting this off in 2002, the Kobe era, and he already has 3 championships. But we're not taking the easy way out, we're not counting any of those. And you might be wondering, how is Kobe going to play so many seasons? Well, after he starts to get old, I'll reset his age so that way he can win all 24 of these rings. At the end of season number 1, Kobe Bryant was named the MVP. I didn't really see a need to make any trades in season 1. I mean, we've got Kobe, we've got Shaq, we should be alright. Phil Jackson was named Coach of the Year as we went 63-19. Shaq was named to All-NBA First Team. Round number 1, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, and we are down 3-2 in the series. Ultimately, we lose in 6, so maybe I should have made some moves. But this offseason, I'm definitely going to be making moves because LeBron James is coming into the league. If we could have Bron, Kobe, and Shaq, we'd be unstoppable. The Grizzlies have number 1, so of course I'm going to try to trade for their pick, but I want to start it off by going for number 4, because 1's going to be pretty hard to trade for with the current assets we have. I basically just included like 1 pick and a bunch of players, and I was able to get the number 4 pick. Now I'm going to use this number 4 pick along with a bunch of my future picks to try and move up. Unfortunately, the Grizzlies aren't working with me for number 1, so I'm going to try to get number 2 from the Miami Heat. I feel like this shouldn't be too difficult considering all the draft assets we have, and we were able to make that happen. So now we've got number 2, and I tried to go up to number 1, but the Grizzlies just wouldn't work with me. So unfortunately, they were able to draft LeBron James, and it's not like we're getting a bad player. We get to add Melo to the roster, so I think we should be alright with Melo, Kobe, and Shaq. And after this move to draft Melo, we've got another big thing coming up. Free agency. Now, in free agency, due to the fact that we already have Shaq and Kobe taking up a lot of our money, we weren't really able to go after any big name players. That is, if I didn't make a move. I decided I was going to trade Shaq to the Miami Heat. Around this time in real life, Shaq and Kobe were beefing, so you know what? We're going to say that they were doing that in the video game. And I'm going to try to add Chris Bosh to our squad. They ended up drafting Bosh in this year's draft. I was able to make the move happen. I also got like Brian Grant, who I'm going to trade to get some more picks. And you might be thinking, what are you doing? Well, this move is going to open up a ton of cap space. And there are star free agents like Jason Kidd and Tim Duncan. On top of that, I was able to add Chris Bosh to the roster, who can be a young player who builds with the squad. We weren't able to land Tim Duncan, and I'm also going to offer Jason Kidd a deal, but another guy who I want to go after is Gilbert Arenas. If you play 2K in the Kobe era, you know Gilbert is ridiculous. Like, he'll be MVP level within a couple of years, and we can get him on a pretty team-friendly contract. I was able to land both Gilbert Arenas and Jason Kidd, but we didn't have enough money for both. So I decided to go with Gilbert Arenas. But the thing is, we were pretty close to being able to afford to sign Jason Kidd. So I decided to take a gamble, shout out Michael Jordan, and put down the money just a little bit and see if I could somehow land him. And I actually did. So we land Jason Kidd and Gilbert Arenas. We also got Chris Bosh in that Shaq trade, and we traded some of the other players from that Shaq trade to get more draft picks. So I would say it was a great offseason, and as you can see, Gilbert Arenas is already up to an 88. But maybe the Shaq trade was a mistake, because Shaq, he ended up winning the 2004 MVP. Hopefully, we can lift the Larry O'Brien at the end of the season to prove that that trade wasn't a huge mistake. Kobe and Jason Kidd are on All-NBA second team. I moved Kobe to small forward so that both Jason Kidd and Gilbert Arenas could play in the starting lineup. We were tied with the Spurs for the first seed with 64 wins, but I guess they had the tiebreaker. It was a really solid season for Kobe, so hopefully he can carry that momentum into the playoffs, but it looks like it's going to be tough because we just went 7 with the 7th-seeded Phoenix Suns. And in round number 2, we have the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Dirk, they've got Steve Nash, but I don't really think that they compare to our squad. And maybe I'm wrong though, because we're down 3-2 in the series. We're going to force a game 7, so we got to simcast this one, see if we can go ahead and pull out the win. And unfortunately, we're going to lose. Back-to-back years with really disappointing ends to the season. So that means this offseason, I'm going to have to really lock in to make this roster as good as possible, especially with Shaq winning a championship. So we've got to make something happen, and we've got to do it now. Houston has the number 1 pick in this year's draft, so why not add some more young talent to this squad that we can build with. We've got a good amount of picks from the Shaq trade, from some of those guys who we ended up trading when we traded away Shaq, and we're able to land number 1. And in this year's draft, Dwight Howard is coming into the league. So of course, we're going to add Howard to the squad. We get a dominant big man to kind of fill the shoes of Shaq. I mean, nobody can really fill his shoes. Bro's wearing what, probably like size 20s. But in the offseason, we also ended up signing Gerald Wallace on a 4-year contract. And I went ahead and I added this G League guy, George Brooks. And that was pretty much it. We have 3 90-plus players. What did I tell y'all about Gilbert, man? He's tough. Also, Melo and Bosh are starting to develop really well. Plus, we just drafted Dwight Howard. And at the end of the season, it's Gilbert Arenas winning the MVP. Gilbert is like that in the simulation, man. So shout out to Gilbert. Congrats on the MVP. Bosh wins 6th Man of the Year. So that's good to see. And we won 70 games. So we're really solidifying ourselves as the best team in the league. I mean, 70 plus wins is elite. It's barely happened in NBA history. So I think that this year we should be able to get the job done and win the NBA championship. We were far and away the best team in the Western Conference. We're gonna gentlemen sweep the Rockets in round 1, gentlemen sweep the Warriors, sweep the Kings, and we had a close call with the Bulls, but we were able to get it done, and we're NBA champions for the first time in this video. There's a lot more where that came from though. We've got 24 rings to win. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas for winning that finals MVP, and this year Chris Paul's coming into the league. We're trying to win rings though, so we're not too worried about drafting Chris Paul. I'm gonna trade away the 7th pick that we landed via the Clippers, and we're just gonna move on from the NBA draft. We didn't really have much to do this offseason. Basically, we just gotta look at the player progression, run it back another year, and hope that we win an NBA championship once again. The squad's looking great. We ended up winning a ridiculous 75 games. Of course, we had to end off on an L. It hurts though to see Bron already winning MVP. I wish we could have had him on the squad. There's Chris Paul, Rookie of the Year. There's Chris Bosh, 6th Man of the Year. And there's Phil Jackson, of course. I mean, we just won 75 games on the season. Gilbert Arenas is All-NBA 2nd team, and we don't see Kobe on All-NBA, but Jason Kidd does make it, and no All-Defense for Kobe either. Surprising, but whatever he was doing, it must have worked, because 75 wins is ridiculous. The best in NBA history. Kobe, I mean, he was good. He averaged like 20 points per game, and considering all the star power we have on the roster, that's a lot of points. We're going to go ahead and beat the Rockets in a gentleman's sweep once again. We did that to them last year. We're going to beat the Suns in a gentleman's sweep, beat the Grizzlies in a gentleman's sweep, and beat the Raptors in a gentleman's sweep. That's ring number 2 in the books. Let's get straight to the offseason. This offseason, no crazy draft or anything. I don't want to draft anybody. We're basically just going to run it back once again. Now, Jason Kidd is starting to regress, so I might trade him around this season's trade deadline. And we were doing well around the deadline, but the problem is Kidd is a 91 overall. I think he's going to continue to go down, so I'm going to see if we can find any good offers for Jason. And I saw Steve Francis, who's much younger and on a longer term deal. I felt like that was a no-brainer. So I went ahead, I added Steve Francis to the squad, moved some positions around to make things work, and we were pretty much good to go. Let's go ahead and get another chip. LeBron James was named the MVP of the league once again. Man, I wish we had Bron. Chris Bosh was the 6th Man of the Year, and Phil Jackson Coach of the Year. We've won 70 plus games, 3 seasons in a row. We are absolutely cooking. But let's see if we can get our 3rd championship in a row as well. Kobe, you know, he was doing his Kobe thing, getting lots of buckets, averaged over 20 points per game on the season. And let's see if we can get that next NBA championship. Round 1, we're going to sweep Portland. Round 2, we have the Grizzlies with Bron, and we're going to beat them in a gentleman's sweep. In the conference finals, we're going to gentleman sweep the T-Wolves, and in the NBA finals, we're going to sweep the Bucks. That's ring number 3 in the books already. Great start to the video. I mean, we got off to a bit of a rocky start, but we've really picked it up over these past couple seasons. Kobe already got 3 championships added to his total, which makes the total 6. By the end of this video, he will have a ridiculous 27 total championships. Alright, it's time for the draft lottery. Unfortunately, the best pick we got is 15, but that's definitely going to change because we got to move up. If you don't know who comes into the league in 07, it's Kevin Durant. So I will give up all my picks if it means getting Kevin Durant. I'm going to start off by trying to trade for number 2. The Supersonics have that pick, and I was able to make that happen. And then I'm going to move up to number 1. The Los Angeles Clippers have it. We're going to offer number 2 straight up. Obviously, they're not going to take that. I'm going to try to throw Gerald Wallace into this trade. They still won't do it, but we got one last first to work with, and that was enough to put the trade over the edge, meaning that Kevin Durant is coming to a team that just won the NBA championship. Yeah, we're about to be absolutely stacked. Also, if you're still watching and you're enjoying it so far, I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 15K, and every subscriber helps. Thank you all so much for all your support, though. Anyways, this offseason we had to re-sign Gilbert Arenas and Carmelo Anthony along with Chris Bosh, and luckily we were able to get under the hard cap, which is going to be a problem coming up. If you don't know what that is, basically there's a limit on how much you can spend to bring back your guys, and when you have all these superstars like we do, it can be kind of rough. But don't worry about Kobe leaving the team, because I will manually give him contract extensions to make sure that he is on the roster. At the end of the season, LeBron James was named the MVP of the league. Bron is just dominating. Chris Bosh, 6-man. Bron wins another DPOY as well. And Phil Jackson is the coach of the year as we won 77 games, which I think is our best win total to date. So great stuff from the team, and that should be a recipe for championship number 4 for Kobe Bryant. I mean, of course, we were far and away the best team in the conference. Kobe's been kind of hovering around 20 points per game over these past couple seasons, which, like I said, is a lot considering all of the star power on our squad. We're going to go ahead and easily make it to the finals. Gentlemen sweep the Bucks, and that's ring number 4. What did I tell y'all about Gilbert, though? He's been doing some great stuff. In the offseason, though, we ran into the hard cap. Remember how I mentioned it earlier in the video? Well, we don't have enough money to re-sign Dwight Howard, so I'm going to trade away Steve Francis to get Ron Artest, which will save us some money and in turn allow me to bring Dwight Howard back to the roster. So it wasn't too bad this time, but the hard cap can become a huge problem, especially if you have even more stars on the roster. I know our roster's pretty star-studded right now, but if it gets even more stacked, we could run into some real trouble when it comes to keeping all of our guys. But I do want to move around some positions before the start of this season just to make sure our lineup is optimized. I mean, it probably doesn't matter a ton considering all the talent that we have on the roster, but I want to make sure we're as good as possible. And maybe those lineup changes help, because you know, we went 79-3. Shout out to Gilbert Arenas, the MVP of the league. Melo was coming off of our bench. That's just how good we are. Phil Jackson was the coach of the year as we won 79 games. That's right, 79 wins on the season. Kobe continues to hoop. This should be the easiest championship of the entire video. Okay, we lost a game to Golden State. We lost 2 to Golden State. We're down? Bro, 2K, y'all make no sense. We lost 3 games the entire regular season, and we lose 6 in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, which includes us getting beat by a Phoenix Suns team. Bro, there is no way they're better than us. They have Amari Stoudemire. Wow. Like, bro, we have Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, Melo, Bosh, Gilbert Arenas, who's the greatest player of all time in this simulation. This is stupid. Let's be honest, 2K. That's stupid. And the Suns are going to win the championship. Who is Melvin Boehm? It's whatever, bro. Back to the drawing board in the offseason. The Hornets land the number 1 pick. And this is the draft where Steph Curry comes into the league. So you know what? We got to try and get Steph on the squad. I can trade Bosh for number 1. And you know what? I'm going to do it because this will actually save us some money, which is important because we were already running in to that hard cap problem earlier on last offseason when we were trying to bring back Dwight Howard. I'm also going to trade this 23rd pick. I don't really need it, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. We can get 2 future first. I mean, why not? That makes sense to me. We got Ronald Murphy in that Chris Bosh trade, and I saw NBA legend Kwame Brown, so we had to add Kwame to the squad. All right, now that those moves are done, we're pretty much good to go. Kevin Durant is up to a 90 overall, and Gilbert Arenas, he's set to become a free agent pretty soon, so we gotta watch out for that. I'm a little bit scared because, I mean, he's been incredible for us, but overall, I think the squad looks good. And at the end of the season, LeBron James, he's doing his LeBron James thing, winning MVP after MVP. KD is 6th man of the year, and Phil Jackson is coach of the year as we win 74 games. But do regular season wins even mean anything? We saw what happened last year. We won all those regular season games and absolutely flopped in the NBA playoffs. Kobe had a good year this year, averaging over 21 points per game. And in round 1, we've got the Sacramento Kings. We're going to beat them in a gentleman's sweep. The Phoenix Suns, that's what should have happened last time we beat them. And we move on to the NBA Finals, where we win the championship. Melo is Finals MVP. That is ring number 5 in the books for Kobe Bryant. And in the offseason, I didn't really make any changes. We saw Ron Artest regress a bit, also saw Gilbert regress a bit, and Gilbert is going to become a free agent next offseason. So I'm probably going to look at trading him around this season's trade deadline because I don't want to risk losing him. But in the meantime, we are entering the LeBron era, the 2010s, starting off with, of course, the 2010-11 season. And around the middle of the year, we were doing great, 42-4, so great stuff from the squad. But like I said, I'm going to look at Gilbert Arenas trades. And I saw this one where I get an 88 overall and an 89 overall. Yes, we also have to trade Kwame, but I get Mike Conley and Michael Redd. That doesn't seem too bad to me. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it. Michael Redd has 2 years on his deal. Mike Conley's still on his rookie deal. So we're going to do that, and we'll wrap up the season. LeBron James is named the MVP of the league. They should just call it the LeBron James Award at this point. We won 75 games on the season. Great stuff from the guys, but I wouldn't expect any less. We have an absolutely stacked squad. In round number 1, we're taking on the Portland Trailblazers. They're the 8th seed. Not too worried about them. There's Kobe stats as well. Kobe just continues to hoop, as you would expect from Kobe Bryant. We're going to go ahead and easily make it to the conference finals, make the finals, and beat the Nets in 6. That is ring number 6 for Kobe Bryant. Now it's time for the 2011 off season, and we've got some big things to do. I want to try and add Kawhi Leonard to this squad to run small forward, and after trading away Michael Redd and some firsts, we were able to make this happen. Trading away Michael Redd wasn't too bad, considering the fact that we need to save money anyway to avoid the hard cap, and we're going to be able to draft, Kawhi Leonard. He's going to be a lockdown defender for this squad, and of course, be great on the offensive side of the ball as well. So I'm really excited about the Kawhi pickup. He comes in at an 82 overall. This offseason, I also had to worry about re-signing my guys. I did not have enough money to re-sign Melo after matching the offer Kevin Durant received in free agency. So I had to clear up some money. And this meant trading away Ron Artest. Artest is 31 and on an expiring contract. I was able to trade for Iggy, who's only 27 and has a 3-year deal. He's also making less money, but unfortunately, I need to clear up even more money, and that meant trading for Brandon Jennings. He's only 21 and on a rookie deal, so he'll save us a lot of money here. And now I'm going to offer Carmelo Anthony this deal. He didn't have any offers, so I tried to get a little cheap with it, and I thought that this would be enough money for him to come back to the squad. But ultimately, another team, the Blazers, ended up stepping up with a bigger offer, and we lost out on Melo. Unfortunate, but it's good that we got Kawhi, because we'll need him after losing Carmelo. Also, Kevin Durant is starting to get super good, so that's a good sign. He's only 22 and a 94 overall. Before the season, I realized we need some size, so I went ahead and traded for Andrea Bargnani to play some center for us. Had to trade away Mike Conley, but we've got plenty of guard play on the squad, so I wasn't too concerned with that. We needed some size, and Bargnani should be able to bring that. He's also only 25 years old. After moving around some positions, I was pretty much ready to go for the season. The one thing I needed to do was add more years to Kobe's deal. Also, later on, I'm going to have to make him younger. I want Kobe to be in his prime throughout this video, and of course, if he were to play all these seasons without having his age reset, he would just eventually retire. I mean, 24 championships is insane, and he wouldn't be able to play for all those seasons. Anyways, at the end of the year, LeBron wins MVP. Not a big surprise. I expected to see Kawhi winning Rookie of the Year, but he didn't. Kevin Love had a monster season in Boston, and Phil Jackson was the Coach of the Year as we won 65 games. Not exactly great, but I expected a bit of regression after we lost Carmelo Anthony. That was still good enough for the #1 seed though, so don't get it twisted, we're still really good. In round number 1, we're taking on the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Blazers got off to a really good start. We ended up tying up the series at 2 apiece, but the Blazers won in 6 games. So right now, Kobe sits with 6 championships, and we just blew an easy opportunity to try and get a ring. I mean, we were the 1 seed. We should have at least made it to the conference finals, but losing in the first round is absolutely crazy. That means we got to do something big, and Anthony Davis is coming into the league. We needed more size last offseason. I traded for Bargnani. That obviously didn't work because we didn't win the chip, so I'm going to trade away Dwight Howard. He's only an 89. We can get the first pick here. Seems like a no-brainer to me because Anthony Davis is going to come in and immediately be able to make a huge impact for our team. I mean, he's going to come in at an 83 overall, making him one of the best rookies coming into the league in some of these draft classes. So I knew I had to get him on the team. Otherwise, I pretty much kept the squad the same. I also did make Kobe younger. He's now 25 years old. I want Kobe to be hooping and really contributing, so we're going to make sure he stays in his prime throughout the entirety of this video. At the middle of the next season, we were doing okay, but I felt like there was some improvement to be made. So I went ahead and I made a move to get Kyle Lowry on the squad, trading away Andrea Bargnani. In this move, we were also going to bring back Michael Redd, so I was really excited about this trade. But I wasn't done yet. We needed size after trading away Bargnani, so I went ahead and I got Marc Gasol. Now it's time for the end of the season. Hopefully this is a big bounce back year. Anthony Davis was named the Rookie of the Year. LeBron continues to do his thing. And Lucas, the coach of the Grizzlies, was the Coach of the Year. So we got to watch out for Memphis. We were the #2 seed this year. 57 wins on the season. Not bad, but for our standards, it is pretty bad. Round number 1, we have Golden State. We're going to go ahead and beat them in 6. Round 2, we got Portland. Remember, they beat us last year, and this year it looks like we're going to have another tough series against them as we're going to a Game 7. Luckily, we get the job done, and now we have to take on LeBron James and the Memphis Grizzlies in the conference finals. This Grizzlies team also has Dirk, so definitely a tough matchup. We're going to go ahead and be tied in the series at 1-1. We'll take a 2-1 lead. We're going to get up 3-1, and we win in 5. We're moving on to the finals against the Bobcats, and the Bobcats have put together a really solid squad to their credit, but we're going to sweep them. That's ring number 7 for Kobe Bryant. In the offseason, we really didn't make a ton of moves. I did need to bring back Steph Curry on a new deal, and unfortunately, we did lose Brandon Jennings because we just didn't have enough money under the hard cap, but otherwise, that was pretty much all we did for this offseason. We're just going to run it back another year, and hopefully, we'll be able to repeat as champions and really get back on track. I want to start a streak of championships because we have so many left to win in this video. Still 17 more rings to go. But with this team, I think that we should be contenders every single year. But to maintain that, we might have to trade guys on expiring deals. So I'm going to trade Kyle Lowry. I saw Kevin Love. Felt like this was a no-brainer move. Love is on a longer-term deal. He's a higher overall. I went ahead. I made this move. He's also younger. So he really checked a lot of boxes for the squad. That was really it in terms of mid-season trades. But this just further stacked up our front court depth, which is something that I really wanted. It seemed like we were lacking in terms of that front court depth. But at the end of the season, we ended up winning 71 games, so we're really establishing ourselves as, once again, that top team in the league. Last year, we were the 2nd seed. We still won a chip, but being far and away the number 1 seed is very reassuring as we try to win these NBA championships. So let's go ahead and get to these playoffs. I think this should be a pretty easy run through the playoffs. Kobe was averaging about 17 a game, but as you can see, nobody's scoring crazy points just because we have such a stacked squad. We're going to sweep the Denver Nuggets in round number 1. Round 2, we beat the Clippers in 6. And yeah, we make our easy run to the finals. Kobe takes home a finals MVP, fittingly for ring number 8. All right, now it's time for the 2014 offseason, and Nikola Jokic is coming into the league. You know we have to get Jokic. Right now in real life, he's the best player in the league, so we want a guy like that on our team. But that means trading up for the number 1 pick, and to do that, I traded away DJ Augustine to get some additional draft capital. Then I tried to put together a trade package. I involved Marc Gasol in this one because, again, we need to worry about our salary cap, and we've got Kevin Love and Anthony Davis as our bigs. And they ended up accepting that trade. We draft Nikola Jokic. Welcome to the squad. We continue to stack up on young talent. He comes in at an 80 overall at 19 years old. After free agency, where we didn't really do much, this is what the squad is looking like. Absolutely stacked as we have 6 90 pluses. But even with such a great team, LeBron James is just far and away the best player in the league. I really wish we could have drafted him at the start of this video because he has been incredible. I mean, even for LeBron standards, he's winning like every MVP, man. It's ridiculous, but we're still the best in the league. 70 wins. Kobe averaged again about 17 points per game. He's been around there for the past couple seasons. Round 1, we got the 8-seeded Phoenix Suns. We're going to sweep them. Round 2, we're going to sweep the Grizzlies. Then we're going to almost lose to the Clippers. We went 7 there, and it was a pretty close game 7. I did not expect that. But ultimately, we're going to win the championship. Kobe Bryant is the finals MVP as he gets ring number 9. But real quick, I want to check on how many MVPs Bron has. Yeah, this is ridiculous, man. 9 MVPs. And he's also winning a ton of DPOYs as well. Bron has been ridiculous. This offseason, we've got to bring back Kawhi Leonard, and we've also got to bring back Kevin Durant, 2 of our dominant wing players. And we were able to do exactly that. It went smooth, and this is what the team is looking like going into the 2015-16 season. Jokic is progressing well. He's up to an 84. In the middle of this season, I realized we need to make a move because Kevin Love is set to enter free agency and we might not have enough money to bring him back. So if we can trade for a player who's on a longer term deal, that would be really ideal right now. And I saw this Devin Augman dude who's an 89 overall young player, 3-year deal, and I thought, why not? I mean, he's on a pretty solid contract. He's only 23 years old, and we'll keep him more long-term on the squad. So I made that move. I also went ahead and I traded for Tony Allen, who's on a 2-year contract. He's a bit older, but he should be able to play some defense for us off the bench. So that was another move I made. I also traded for the tallest player in NBA history, Isaiah Thomas. Now that that move's done, we're going to jump to the end of the season. LeBron James wins his 10th MVP. That is insane. 72 wins for the squad. We continue to just absolutely hoop. We're winning so many basketball games. But yeah, we were far and away the best team in the conference. At the middle of the season, the Mavs were better than us, but we just had a really strong end to the season, and we're carrying that momentum into the playoffs. Okay, we almost lost to Memphis there, but we pulled it off in Game 7. Bron doing Bron things, almost pulling off that win. But we lost to Washington. We lost to Gilbert Arenas in the year 2016. I don't even think he was in the league at this point in real life, but he's going strong apparently in the simulation, and the Wizards have Kevin Love. The Kevin Love trade was a mistake, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, we lost. Kobe still sitting at 9 rings. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a good amount of championships, but we've got so many to win, so it sucks that we lost like that. But in the offseason, we've got to bring back Anthony Davis. He is a 96 overall at only 23 years old. He's a big part of what we've been doing, all the dominance that we've had over these seasons. So welcome back to the squad, Anthony Davis. And then I also needed to trade Tony Allen. We ended up adding him at the previous season's trade deadline, and he's 34 years old. So I'm going to bring in DJ Augustine. We also get a first. I think DJ's been here before, so if he has, welcome back to the squad, DJ Augustine. That was pretty much it for the trades. Now we're going to head to player progression, where we see Nikola Jokic continue to get better. He's up to an 88 overall. Anthony Davis is up to a 97. Ridiculous stuff from those guys. We're also going to make Kobe Bryant younger. I want him in his prime throughout the entirety of this video, so I'll make sure to keep updating his age throughout this video so that he plays to the best of his ability. At the end of the season, that is MVP number 11 for LeBron James. But we're also going to get an award. We get Coach of the Year, 76 wins. That's right, man. We were playing some incredible basketball. We've been hovering around like 70, 71 wins, I feel like, recently, and this was an absolutely dominant year. So I feel like we should just run through the playoffs, have our bounce back year after losing last season. Kobe, his scoring was up a lot, so I'm optimistic about this year's playoffs. Let's get this chip, man. Round number 1, we're going to sweep OKC. Round 2, we've got the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to sweep them. Conference finals, we're facing Bron and the Grizzlies. Game 1 goes to us. I'm taking it game by game. I'm kind of scared of the Grizzlies, but maybe I shouldn't be because we sweep them. NBA Finals, we have the Toronto Raptors, and compared to us, this Raptors team is bad. Game 1's going to go to us. Game 2's going to go to us. Game 3's going to go to us, and we sweep our way through the entirety of the playoffs. That is ring number 10 for Kobe Bryant, who averaged over 20 points per game in this year's playoffs. It's time for the draft lottery, where we don't have any crazy picks, but this year we see Jason Tatum come into the league, and I would like to get Jason Tatum. He's a good wing player. We could trade this Devin Ogman dude who's been on the team for I think a season or two, and we can try and land this number 1 pick. I was also trying to get another pick from Charlotte, so we'll see if they'll work with me on that, if maybe I include some other picks I have, and they actually will. So we'll definitely take 2 first-round picks from the Charlotte Hornets. We get that number 1 pick and a future pick from them as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and draft Jason Tatum to the Lakers. I know this was kind of a what if in real life. Like, what if the Lakers ended up drafting Tatum instead of Lonzo Ball? So here you go, I guess. Welcome to the squad, Jason Tatum. That was pretty much it for the offseason. This is what the squad is looking like. We have a ridiculous 6 90+ overalls on the squad, as Jokic is up to a 91. At the middle of the season, we were 31-3. We were playing some great basketball, but we've got to worry about guys who are upcoming free agents, and Steph Curry, he's about to hit free agency. So I'm looking at trades for Steph. Steph's been good for us, don't get me wrong, but if we could risk losing him in free agency, I'm going to have to trade him. And I saw Andre Drummond, who's on a longer-term deal. The Steph Curry for Andre Drummond trade is insane, but we did it. At the end of the year, Bron wins, I think that's MVP number 12, and he goes ahead and takes home another Defensive Player of the Year. We won 72 games this year, playing some great basketball. Kobe Bryant makes the all-defensive second team this year. He's averaging around his usual numbers as we head into the NBA playoffs, looking for ring number 11 for Kobe Bryant. In round number 1, we're taking on the Nuggets. We're going to beat them in a gentleman's sweep. Round number 2, we have the Dallas Mavericks. Game 1's going to go to us. Game 2's going to go to them. We're up 3-1 in the series, and we're going to beat them in a gentleman's sweep. Conference finals, we've got Bron and the Grizzlies. I'm kind of scared of them, man, but we're going to try and win this series. It's all tied up at 2 apiece. We're going to take Game 5 and Game 6, and we're here, NBA Finals, looking for ring number 11. This team isn't great. I think that we should definitely be able to win. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Get them out of here, man. We win in a gentleman's sweep. KD is the finals MVP as Kobe gets championship number 11. And this year's the Luka draft, so y'all already know what I'm about to do. Remember how we got Andre Drummond, who's on that longer term deal? It was all part of the blueprint, man. We're going to trade Andre Drummond to try and move up to number 1. I'm also trying to finesse another one of the Minnesota Timberwolves picks. They're picking at number 1. I want another one of their first, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Maybe I'm getting greedy, though. I'll just trade Drummond for first if they'll do it. They want a couple seconds. Sure, man. We'll go ahead and trade Andre Drummond so that we can draft Luka Doncic, man. Welcome to the squad, Luka. He's going to be a huge addition for us. Y'all know how he is in the 2K sim. He's an absolute cheat code. In addition to drafting Luka Doncic, we had to bring back Nikola Jokic, and I was glad that we traded away Drummond because this allowed us to save some money, and we were able to easily bring Jokic back to the squad, so that's great to see. Team looks, stacked as usual. I'm really proud with how the squad's turning out, and also we got Jamal Murray in that Andre Drummond trade, so that's kind of exciting. We'll see if he'll be able to stick around. I'm going to move Luka to the 3. I've been kind of messing around with the positions throughout these seasons because it gets a little weird trying to make things work with all these superstar players, and some of them might be playing the same position, so I've been kind of moving things around. Also, I'm going to trade Wesley Matthews before the season starts. This isn't like a huge move, but we're going to get Garrison Park, 81 overall big man. I thought, why not make that move, get some additional size on the team. LeBron James just continues to dominate. MVP number 13, bro. I don't understand. He's been insane, and he's played his entire career with the Memphis Grizzlies, so that's kind of cool to see. At the end of the year, though, we won 77 games. One of our best seasons yet. I think we did have a 79-win season at some point in this video, but, 77 wins is not too shabby if I do say so myself. Kawhi Leonard had a good year starting at the 2. We had Kobe running the 1 this year where he played really well. So good to see that from Kobe Bryant. Round number 1, we're going to go ahead and sweep the Pelicans. Round 2, we have the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to gentlemen sweep them. Round 3, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. Conference Finals. We're up 2-0. They're going to take a game. Let's go ahead and get him out of here, man. Like I said, I've been scared of Bron. He won 13 MVPs, so we should be scared. But we're going to make it to the NBA Finals where we have the Miami Heat. And the Heat, they're nowhere near us. We should be able to easily win this series. And that is championship number 12 for Kobe Bryant. Halfway there. Now, Kobe running point guard was cool, but what if we had Ja running the 1? Ja Morant is coming into the league, and we've got 12 more chips to win. So getting young talent on the squad is very important. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get that number 1 overall pick so that I can draft Ja Morant. I ended up centering the trade package around Garrison Park and some first. We got the trade done, and you know what that means. Welcome to the squad, Ja Morant. I considered drafting Zion, but we need a point guard more, and we've seen what Ja's done in the NBA. He's a good basketball player, so we're going to go ahead and get him. Welcome to the squad, Ja. The offseason isn't done yet, though. We've got to bring back Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant. AD is a 99 overall, so it's huge that he was willing to come back to our squad despite offers from a ton of other teams. And Kevin Durant, he's coming off a Finals MVP, so I'm glad we got him back on the squad as well. Team is looking stacked as usual. Ja Morant's on the squad now, man, so Kobe, I think he might move back to the 2. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out somehow. We're going to go ahead and get into another season where hopefully we get championship number 13. In the middle of the season, though, I realized Kawhi Leonard is set to become a free agent, and I don't want to lose him in free agency, so I'm going to look at trading Kawhi, and I saw we could get Steph back, so I did it, and that led to an NBA championship. Unfortunately, the footage was lost for this season. That's the only season that this ended up happening for, but I did lose the championship footage and the off-season footage. I'm really sorry, but that's the only time this happened. Just trust me, we got that chip. Now let's move on to the 2020-21 season where Anthony Davis won the MVP. Now we're searching for ring number 14. 76 wins on the season. We continue our dominance, so hopefully that will translate into the playoffs. We're on a nice little streak here of championships. We even won 42 games in a row to close out the season, so there is no reason we should lose this year in the NBA playoffs. Okay, maybe we'll just mess around and lose to the 8 seed. Okay, no. We get out of there in 6 games. Round 2, we got Dallas. We're going to beat them. Conference Finals, we got the Timberwolves. We're going to beat them. NBA Finals, it's the Philadelphia 76ers. This squad is real mid. We should be able to easily win against them as well. And we do. It's a sweep in the finals. KD is Finals MVP. That's ring number 14. In the offseason, we got to bring back Jokic, but we're over the hard cap. That's a big issue because Tatum's also here in free agency. So we've got to clear up a significant amount of money if we want to bring back both of these guys. And man, this hard cap is about to become a problem moving forward. I know we just got Steph Curry on the squad, but he's 33 years old. I saw Ant-Man, who's much younger, and also he's still on his rookie deal. So yeah, this is going to save us a ton of money and allow us to bring back our other guys. So went ahead and made that move. Anthony Edwards should be a good piece for the future for us. We also got Taurean Prince in that trade. I don't really want Prince on the squad. He's taking up our salary cap. So with the money opened up, I offered Jokic a new deal, and he decided to sign with the Clippers. But it was still the moratorium period. So after we brought back Jason Tatum, right, Jokic just popped back up in free agency. Sometimes this happened. We got pretty lucky. And now it looks like he wants to go to the Hornets. So we still might not. Yeah, he's just playing with us. So we lost Jokic, but let's go ahead and just get another championship, man. We're unbothered about losing Nikola Jokic. We're just going to go win as we do. And at the end of the year, John Morant most improved. Gabriel Taylor, our coach, was the coach of the year. So we went 73-9. So no Jokic, no problem, man. Let's go ahead and get the job done. Round number 1, we're going to go ahead and easily beat the T-Wolves. We go ahead and sweep OKC. Round 2, sweep the Warriors. And we're in the NBA Finals against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is for ring number 15. 9 more to go. Shout out to Anthony Davis for winning the Finals MVP. Now it's time for the 2022 NBA Draft. And there's one guy who I want on the squad. It's Chet Holmgren. And I feel like if we trade for pick number 3, that should be good enough to land Chet on the squad. Also, other teams just weren't working with me for the other picks. So I'm going to go over to Brooklyn and we're going to see if they'll accept my offer. They will. And at the number 1 pick, the Sacramento Kings are going to trade their pick for Brandon Ingram and DeMar DeRozan. They select Donnell Marks. We don't want him. And Chet goes to the Orlando Magic. And I feel like low-key, I could go for Paolo here at 3, but I'd rather have Chet Holmgren. I just went ahead, went in the trade finder, and boom, he popped up. So we're going to get Holmgren on the squad. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the draft. Now it's time for free agency. We got to bring back Luka. He's a restricted free agent at 23 years old. One of the best young players in the league. And it looks like he wants to go to the Mavs. But luckily, since he's restricted, we will be able to match his offer. Luka is back on the squad. And that's pretty much it for free agency. We're good to go, man. Squad is looking great. We're almost sitting at 690 pluses. We've also got Anthony Edwards, who's starting to get better. We've got Zeke Naji. We've got Chet Holmgren. Really good team. I'm really happy with how the squad has continued to be really good throughout all these years. But as I've said before, keeping up that dominance sometimes means trading away good players, and we've got guys who are set to enter free agency in Kevin Durant and Anthony Davis. And since KD is 34, I'm going to trade him away for Kristaps Porzingis, who's younger and on a longer term deal. I don't want to pay KD a ton of money at 34 years old. At the end of the year, we went 72-10. Luka wins MVP after getting that bag. Also, shout out to Bol Bol. Y'all see him out here averaging over 17 points per game. He's hooping in this simulation. LaMelo wins the Clutch Player of the Year award. So that's kind of interesting to see. Round number 1, we're going to face whoever comes out of the play-in. 72 wins on the season. We even ended off the year on a 13-game win streak. It's going to be the Battle of LA. We're taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. We will sweep them and move on to face Sacramento. Here's what Kobe stats were looking like for this past season. Pretty solid. I mean, he's not going to average crazy points just because of the amount of talent on the team. We've easily made our way to the conference finals. We haven't even lost a game. And we're here in the NBA finals against Wendell Carter Jr. and the Washington Wizards. I think we should be good. Yeah, we're going to sweep them. And that is ring number 16. 8 more to go for Kobe Bryant, man. And in this year's draft, we didn't end up landing any top picks, but this is the 2023 draft, and we need Wemby desperately, man. So we've got to do it. We've got to trade up to number 1 to get Wembanyama. And it was tough, to be honest with you. They weren't even working with me when I offered Kristaps Porzingis, but eventually they budged after I offered some more first. And now we're going to be able to draft Victor Wembanyama. I also got Aaron Gordon. He helped make the money work in the trade, but I don't really want him on my team. He's going to take up my salary cap. So I'll trade him away for Dyson Daniels and a first round pick. I mean, Dyson Daniels, he's not making a ton of money, so we'll go ahead and take that trade. I'm also going to trade away Norm Davidson. We get 2 first-round picks, and we're good to go for the NBA draft, where I'm going to draft Wemby, or so I thought. The draft class actually glitched. I just pressed, you know how at the end of the season, 2K will be like, oh, you know, just use 2023 draft class. I pressed that, I guess it glitched, and didn't import the draft class, and now I have to draft Jonathan Gordon. I traded away Kristaps Porzingis to draft 78 overall Jonathan Gordon, man. Are you serious? So for the next season, I will put in the Wemby draft. I mean, that's not my fault. I should have probably double checked, but that's on 2K, man. That was a glitch that they had last year. Thought they would have fixed it, but of course they didn't. We're going to bring back Anthony Davis and Ja Morant, so that's cool, you know, great basketball players. But man, I wanted to have Wemby on the squad for this upcoming season. I mean, we should be fine with the team we have. I mean, just look at the squad. But it would have been really cool to have Wembanyama on the team. But instead, we have Jonathan Gordon. We also have NBA legend Dylan Brooks. All right. We're 39-5 at the middle of the season. Y'all know the drill. If somebody's contract's about to expire, there's a chance that they're going to get traded. And this time, it's Jason Tatum. He's making over 30 M's, and he might be wanting more in the offseason. So, I'm going to trade him for Brandon Ingram. Ingram is on a 3-year contract. Makes sense to me. I also traded Jonathan Gordon, who we drafted first overall. But the problem is, he's a 78 overall at 21 years old. I don't think he's about to develop into a superstar. At the end of the year, Luka is named the MVP of the league. Drafting Luka was absolutely huge for us. And we're 73-9, looking for ring number 17. That is just ridiculous to say. 17 rings. It's insane, man. Kobe Bryant, another good season of basketball for Kobe. Let's go ahead and get to the NBA Finals. Round 1, we're going to beat OKC. Round 2, we got Minnesota, and we're going to Game 7 with Minnesota. Come on. Come on, man. No way we lose to this team, bro. Our team is way better. Game 7 here, let's lock in. And in Game 7, we will do exactly that. We win by 24 points to move on to the conference finals. And we're going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors. That's an easy sweep. And we're moving on to the finals against New York, who have LaMelo Ball. They also have Jalen Green. This is a cool young team. Jabari Smith Jr. They've got Joel Embiid on the squad. I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Okay, maybe they're really good. We just lost. Bro, 2K, y'all are really testing me today with the Wembanyama draft glitch and then this. Yeah, man, whatever. We should not lose to this team. We got to bounce back, and what better way to bounce back than adding Victor Wembanyama to the squad? So we're going to the NBA draft. We're going to trade up to that number 1 overall pick. I will do whatever it takes to get Wemby on this squad. So we've got a lot of good players to work with, obviously, and I'm trying to put together a trade package centered around Brandon Ingram. And with that, we were able to make the money work. I included Dylan Brooks. I included a couple firsts. We were able to make the trade happen. So we're going to get Victor Wembanyama. Now, I don't want Ricky Rubio on my squad. He's making a lot of money. We can get 2 first. Sounds good to me. Now, let's finally do it. Victor Wembanyama is a Los Angeles Laker. He's going to be playing with Kobe now, man. 7'4", 84 overall, coming into the league as a rookie. He's about to be crazy. We've got to bring back Anthony Edwards this offseason. We'll do that. We don't have enough money to bring back Zeke Naji, so if he accepts the qualifying offer, maybe he'll be back on the squad, but I'm not going to pay him all that money, and I can't anyway. He does take the qualifying offer, though, so welcome back, Zeke Naji. Look at the squad, though, man. We've got a good amount of big men on the squad. We've got solid guard play. We've got pretty much everything that you could ask for in a basketball team. So hopefully that's what we need to bounce back and get ring number 17. I did actually forget to show the awards. I just pressed the start button on my Xbox controller too fast, so it went past the awards. But here's the All NBA teams. Y'all have seen so many awards though in this video, so my bad. You know, with such a long video, there's bound to be a couple mistakes, but I try my best, man. 66-16 on the season. We're going to go ahead and sweep the Denver Nuggets. Kind of a mid-season, those 66 wins. But we'll easily make our way to the finals where we have our rematch against New York. Come on, bro. We're not losing to this Knicks team again, man. I mean, they've got LaMelo, Jalen Green, Jabari. We've seen the team. They've got Joel as well. But we've got to win. 1-0. It's tied up at 1-1. They're going to take game 3. It's all tied up at 2 apiece. They're going to take game 4. I'm hopping into the Simcast for this one. I need us to come back, and we've got a close one. We're up 4 here with a little over a minute to go. Knicks are going to give the ball to Joel Embiid in the post. He's going to swing it out to Malik Monk. Malik Monk has it, gets the screen from Embiid. Open 3 for Monk, and he hits it, man. Come on. We're not about to blow this, guys. Lock in. We need a bucket. Look at the team we have out on the floor right now. We've got AD, Zeke Naji, Nurkic, and Wemby, and then Jaws at the 1. What is 2K CPU cooking? Nice fake from AD. He gets the layup. We needed that. Up by 3 points here, but I mean, the Knicks, they've got plenty of time to work with. I'd really like if Kobe was in the game right now. They're going to go to Embiid. Embiid's going to smoke the layup. He gets his own rebound. He misses it again. Playoff Embiid appearance. And we're going to go ahead and have Ja go into the free throw line. Ja knocks down both shots. And Kobe Bryant is about to check in the game at the timeout. So we're going to need Kobe for his elite defense. We've seen him make a ton of all defensive teams in this video. Let's lock in, Kobe. Okay, some great defense there from Kobe Bryant. This is exactly what we needed. Oh my goodness, he's on locks. Great defense by Kobe. Shot clock is winding down. Bad shot. We get the board. Yes, okay. We're going to game 7 here, man. One more game to get ring number 17. I need everybody to lock in for this one. It wasn't a crazy game for anybody on the team, but hey, we got the job done in game 6. We just need game 7 so we can get ring number 17. Come on, guys. And in game 7, we've got a close one. We're up by 1 here. Knicks have the ball. They're going to go to Malik Monk. Malik Monk was hooping last time, so hopefully he doesn't give us another bucket. I mean, Victor Wembanyama's guarding Malik Monk. The 3 ball is up for New York, and they miss. We secure the rebound. Let's get a bucket here. Victor Wembanyama handling the rock. He's going to pass it to Ja Morant. Ja Morant, the nice feed to AD. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. We're up by 3 points here. Let's just get a stop and we'll be in a pretty solid spot. Kobe Bryant playing some more of that lockdown defense. Come on, Kobe. We need a stop here. They're going to set the screen. Oh, no. That's a nice look, bro. Come on, y'all. Come on, bro. Jalen Green can't cook us like this. All right. Jalen Green's got 34 on that. Oh, no. That's 34 minutes. He's got 23 points. Anyway, Ja Morant has the ball. Is Ja going to get a bucket, or will we go to one of our a million different scoring options on the team? Ja to the basket. He got blocked by Nerlens Noel, bro. No way. Nerlens Noel blocked him. Oh, my gosh. I mean, we'll have another chance at it. It was a nice block. All right, Nerlens. We don't need all the celebrating. Ja Morant has it again. Can he get some redemption? He's trying to get to the basket. Ja, you're selling. You're selling right now. Oh, my goodness, Ja, you're selling. Please get a stop here, guys. Please. Oh, my. He's got a nice look to the rim. He missed. Okay, we got the board. All right, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, don't pass the ball. Don't swing the... Ja Morant for 3. Ja is selling, bro. Ja is selling so bad. Oh, my goodness. No, we can't lose like this, bro. Jalen Green has the ball. Shot clock is winding down. He's holding it. He's going to get the screen. Jalen Green. Come on, Kobe. Good defense there by Kobe on Jalen Green. He's on locks. The ball goes out. They're going to swing it to LaMelo. Shot clock winding down. LaMelo going to pass it to the corner. Jalen Green. Bro, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me, 2K. Bro, you've got to be kidding me. Can we hit a shot? We're going to go to Luka. Luka for 3. Please. Oh, my gosh, man. We lost. We needed that win. Back-to-back years losing to the New York Knicks. That sucks to see, bro. Nerlens Noel really blocked Ja Morant. Ja Morant was selling so bad in clutch time. LaMelo and New York win the NBA championship. I didn't really do anything over the offseason. I think our team's really good. So I think that they can bounce back. I'm just going to move around some positions for this upcoming season and we'll be pretty much good to go. I'm excited for this year. We need to bounce back and win an NBA championship. At the end of the year, Luka Doncic is named MVP, bro. Luka is just ridiculous in the sim. And I was talking about the bounce back, man. 76 wins on the year. Last year, we were in the 60s. This year, nah. We win 76 games. And Kobe Bryant is named to all defensive first team. Far and away, we were the best team in the Western Conference. Let's get back to the finals and win a championship. We're going to go ahead and... Okay, bro, come on, bro. Come on, we're not about to lose to the Blazers. I was about to say conference finals against the Nuggets. We're going to go 6 with them, but we win. And we're facing Bol and the Celtics. Bol's going crazy in the sim. We saw him earlier on the Clippers win his 6th man of the year, but now he's leading Boston to the finals. And the Celtics, they've got Brandon Ingram, one of our former players. But there's really no way in my mind that we should lose to this team. We're up 3-1 in the series. They're going to take another game, but we go ahead and win in 6. Shout out to AD, the finals MVP. Championship number 17 is in the books. And in the offseason, there's a crazy auto-generated rookie about to come into the league, Nick Sims. So I'm going to try to get him. I mean, he's a B+ overall. So I'm going to start it off by trading for the number 2 pick from the Milwaukee Bucks because the Bulls have number 1, but they can't afford to take on John Morant's money. Now, in order for the Bucks to afford this move, I have to take on Kevin Knox's contract. And because Kevin Knox has some solid value, that means I'm going to have to give up some more picks. But I can just trade away Kevin Knox and get some of those picks back. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll trade him, get Nickeil Alexander-Walker. But now we've got to finish the job and move up to pick number 1. I really want this Nick Simmons guy, and it was pretty easy to work with Chicago to move up to 1. So now we get to draft this Nick Sims guy. He looks insane, man. 7'3", and he is a B+ overall. Oh yeah, it's over for the league, bro. Come on, man. I'm also gonna go ahead and trade away Campazzo. We get 2 future first-round picks. And yeah, that's it for the draft. I'm hyped, bro. 85 overall, straight away. He's about to be different. We also pick up Wemby's team option, of course. And we've got to bring back Shaedon Sharpe and Chet Holmgren. I'm not going to be able to afford to bring back Sharpe. But we've also got Luka in free agency. This free agency is pretty eventful. I will go ahead and, of course, offer Luka that max contract. He's going to come back to the squad. Then, after a little while longer in free agency, I got Chet Holmgren back on the team as well. He hasn't developed as much as I would have hoped. I mean, he's at an 87 overall, which is cool, but like, I wanted him to be a little bit better. We saw some regression from Anthony Davis in the offseason. Luckily, Wemby is getting better though, but we got to watch out for that AD regression. I'm going to move Wemby to the 4. We'll move Kobe back to PG. Ant-Man's going to run the 2. We still have a really nice team that we're working with here. I'm excited to see how Nick Sims does, but around the middle of the season, we've got a big decision to make, and that's regarding Anthony Davis. He is set to become a free agent, and I got this offer for him involving Kevin Love and this Rob Willis dude, and I was kind of back and forth about it, but eventually I decided I was going to do it. Now, Kevin Love is 38. I do not want him on my basketball team. He is an old man, so I'm also going to trade away Kevin Love, but I thought Anthony Davis was going to want crazy money, so I traded him away. Then I traded Kevin Love for Andre Drummond, who's a bit younger. We also got this Robert Willis dude, who I'm going to trade for Richard Kelly. He is on a rookie contract. He looks pretty good, so we'll go ahead and get him. We also get a good first from Minnesota. That's it for those trades. Let's get to the end of the season. Luka named MVP. Let's go ahead and get banner number 18. 71-11 on the season. It seems like every year at this point, we're winning 70+ games. Kobe, all defensive first team. Kobe continues to hoop at a high level. He's been in the league for so long at this point, but he continues to do great stuff because I keep resetting his age back. Anyway, we're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in round number 1. And OKC is going to sweep us. Bro, 2K, y'all just don't know ball. This would never happen. I mean, sure, they've got Kevin Love. Bro, of course it's Kevin Love. We trade away Kevin Love. He gets his revenge tour. I'm done with, like, really, 2K? I'm done with y'all, man. Y'all are ridiculous. Miles Turner Finals MVP is insane. But we at least got the number 2 pick via Minnesota. That's cool, I guess, but it sucks to lose to the 8th seed. And now there's like nobody good in this draft, but I didn't really know what to do with the pick. I didn't get any crazy trade offers, so we're gonna draft Jeff Higgins, I guess. It looked like he was the best player available. He is a 77 overall at 23. Bro's coming into the league eligible to collect Social Security. How are you that old in year number 1? We do have a lot of development from some of our young guys, but Andre Drummond, he's regressing, so we're going to go ahead and trade Andre Drummond away. I saw Dennis Smith Jr., he's on a 2-year deal. Why not, man? 87 overall. We'll go ahead and add him to the squad. Now, hopefully this can be the year we get banner number 18. I mean, Luka, he's been dominating in this simulation. He wins another MVP. We win 70 games on the season. Great stuff from the guys. Proud of everybody. I'm just not proud of the 2K sim engine. Y'all are selling me. Let's go ahead and get off of this losing stuff. We're going to go ahead and win a championship, man. Round number 1, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. We're going to beat them. Round 2, we got the Phoenix Suns. Bro, if the Phoenix Suns beat us, I swear, man, Game 7. If we lose 2K, it's close. It's in overtime. What happened? Bro, it looked like we were about to win. What happened? Who is Henderson? Is it Scoot? Bro, what happened, man? Why did we foul in the final seconds? We lost again. You've got to be kidding me. Bro, we've been simulating for about 8 million years. All right, let's just get to the offseason. We don't have enough money to bring back Wemby, of course, bro. Of course. We've got to clear up the money. Wemby is ridiculous. He's a 95 at 24. So sorry, Jeff Higgins. You know what? I'm not sorry. 77 overall, 23-year-old second pick is crazy, man. Let's go ahead and get Wembanyama back on our basketball team. There we go. Welcome back, Wemby. We're also going to look to trade Dennis Smith Jr. He's on the last year of his deal. I wasn't really getting many great offers, but I needed to clear up some money, so I went ahead, I traded him away. Then I traded away this Daryl Perkins dude, and I saw a really good first-round pick. You know I can't pass up on a good first-round pick. Then I'm going to trade away Samuel Erickson. We get another first-round pick. Y'all know how it goes. Trade away random players, get a bunch of picks. All right. Now we've got to bring back Nick Sims, or so I thought. I don't even know how Nick Sims got in free agency. I just saw him and I was like, oh, I guess we got to bring him back. But no, he's an unrestricted free agent. What is 2K doing to me right now? He's played 2 seasons for my basketball team and is somehow an unrestricted free agent. How did this happen? I feel like 2K's kind of been selling me, but I guess we're just going to have to lose Nick Sims. I thought he was going to be like a generational talent who's great for our team, but I guess not. We really just have 5 guys who are good on our team. Shout out to the burger restaurant, I guess. But yeah, we have like 5 guys on the team who are actually good at basketball, which is a shame. But I'm going to have to trade Ant-Man for that reason. We're going to get Miles Turner and PJ Washington. That's 2 guys who can play for our squad. We need more rotational pieces, so we'll go ahead and do that trade. I thought about trading PJ Washington. Ultimately, I didn't. And now we've got 6 players on our roster who I feel can play some decent rotational minutes. Otherwise, we just got like minimum contract guys, which kind of sucks, but I guess that's what happens when 2K makes you lose your really good rookie. Luka Doncic wins the MVP of the league, bro. Luka's on a LeBron type of streak of MVPs, 71 and 11 on the season. Even with losing Nick Sims, we were still really good. Kobe makes the all-defensive second team and averages over 21 points per game. A really good season for Kobe. Some of the most points we've seen him average in a long time. But let's see if we can win a championship. Get off of this cold streak that we've had. I mean, losing last year, that was just devastating. Are we about to lose again? No, come on, bro. We got to come back. Yeah, game 7, we did it. Okay, cool. Round 2, we got Minnesota, and we're going to beat them. Conference finals, we got the Rockets. We're back in the finals, man. Good to see. And it's the Knicks, who have Scoot Henderson. New York's been really good in this simulation. They've still got LaMelo. They've got Ayton. They've got Julius Randle, Knicks legend. He's back. But let's see if we can go ahead and beat him. We've got Colby Jones starting at the 2. That is insane, man. But hopefully we'll be able to make it work and win this chip. We do. We barely won. Won it in 7. Shout out to Luka. He's been insane. He had a big game 7 for us to get the dub. Also, Kobe dishing it out. 14 assists, getting his guys involved in that game 7. This offseason, the draft looked pretty bad, so I traded away my pick. But I wasn't done making moves just yet. Chet Holmgren has low-key been pretty disappointing for me. So I saw in player progression, he's only up to an 89. I would have liked him to be a little bit better. So we're going to look at some Chet Holmgren trades. And when I was looking at these moves, there wasn't really any crazy trades, but I saw Emmitt Thompson. He can play some guard for us. I thought, why not? He's on a longer term contract. He can help us win a couple championships, or maybe I could trade him down the line. Regardless, we're going to go ahead and get him. And that's it for trades. At the end of the season, Wemby, maybe he's going to start his reign of terror as MVP. There's Emmitt Thompson. He ends up winning the 6th Man of the Year. And this year, we didn't win 70 games, but we were still a really good basketball team. Our coach won the Coach of the Year, Kobe Bryant, all defensive 2nd team. All right, time for us to get another championship. Banner number 19. We're getting closer and closer to those 24 rings. Hopefully, this can be another year where we get a chip. We sweep the Pelicans. Round 2, we've got Sacramento. Beat them in a gentleman's sweep. We beat... That voice crack was crazy, but I've been recording for a minute now. Y'all got to give me a break. We beat the Timberwolves, and we're in the finals against Boston. And I can't lie, the Boston squad, they look pretty good. But are they better than us? No. We're going to beat them in a gentleman's sweep. Ring number 19. 5 more to go. We landed the 4th pick in this year's draft. And there was this dude, Judd McMillan. He looked pretty solid. So I thought, why not? B overall, 19 years old. He looked pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and try and trade up in this year's draft. And looking around the league, the Oklahoma City Thunder are the team we got to work with. I was trying to trade PJ Washington along with the 4th pick that we had, and it just took another 1st round pick to get the deal done. We're going to go ahead and draft Judd McMillan. Hopefully, he's good for us. He's 19 years old, so he should have time to grow and develop his game. And hopefully, he can be a pivotal part of these last couple championships that we need to get the job done. He's an 80 overall coming into the league, so, I mean, pretty promising, man. Hopefully, he can be good for us. All right, we've got to bring back Luka Doncic this offseason. He had a lot of offers, but luckily, he's staying loyal to the soil. We brought him back to the team. Good to see that Luka's on the squad, because if we lost him, we probably would have been absolutely cooked. But we got Luka back. This is what the teams are looking like. Our big 3 now is Wemby, Luka, and Kobe. We don't have as many stars as before, but to be honest with you, the league just has less talent than before, so that's kind of expected. We're here at the middle of the season. We got 38 wins, only 3 losses. We're on a 24-game win streak. So why would I want to do anything? Well, I want to look at Miles Turner trades. He's 34 years old. He's been good for us for a couple years, but if we could get somebody who's on a longer-term deal, maybe a little bit younger, that would be ideal. And I saw Kristaps Porzingis. He isn't younger, but we can get Davion Mitchell in the trade as well. So I'm going to do this and probably look to trade both of these guys once the offseason comes around. But for now, we're focused on banner number 20. So let's go ahead and go get it. Luka is named the MVP. We win 73 games. This is kind of just our regular routine. Kobe does end up making All-NBA 3rd team. I feel like we haven't seen Kobe on All-NBA in a minute, so that's good to see. But what I really want to see is that championship trophy going up for the 20th time in this video. Round 1, we're going to sweep the T-Wolves. Round 2, we gentlemen sweep the Rockets. We're going to have a competitive series with the Clippers, but we end up beating them in 6. Wemby is the conference MVP. We move on to the NBA Finals where we're taking on the Cavs. They've got one of our former players in Anthony Edwards, but that isn't really going to matter. We beat them in 6 games. Wembanyama is the Finals MVP. That's banner number 20. And like I said earlier, we're going to trade Kristaps Porzingis in the offseason. I saw James Wiseman. He was on the team we just faced. He's a bit younger than KP. Still got 2 years on his deal. So I went ahead and I made the move for James Wiseman. I also did want to trade Davion Mitchell because he's getting older. He's an 86 overall, which is solid, but I think he might regress this offseason. I wasn't getting too crazy offers, but I saw this Jonathan Goodwin dude. He's got 2 years on his deal. He's 29 and 84 overall. Thought it wasn't too bad of a trade, so I went ahead and made that happen. We also did land a pretty good pick via Golden State, but I didn't want it, so I traded it away. All right. That's pretty much it for the offseason moves. Now I just want to take a quick look at player progression, see how the team's doing. Judd McMillan developing well. Luka's still a 96. Kobe's a 99. Wemby's a 97. Squad looks pretty good. And like I said, you have to consider that just overall, the talent in the league at this point in time is just worse. So it's going to be a bit easier for us to dominate with this type of squad, because I feel like in previous years, we might not have been as good if we had this team. I mean, it's a really good team, don't get me wrong, but you guys know what I'm saying. We had some crazy squads in the earlier years. But at this year's trade deadline, we've got to worry about Amen Thompson, who's about to become a free agent. I was actually getting some really good trade offers for Amen Thompson, and I saw Gabriel Bremer. That kind of ringed a bell for me. I think he used to be on the team, but we're going to go ahead and get Brandon Miller and also Jamie Peeler. So we get 2 guys in this trade. Yeah, we have to trade 3 first, but picks don't really matter. And let's go ahead and get ring number 21 after what was a really good midseason trade. We ended up winning 68 games on the season. I think in the middle of the year we had 9 losses. So I think we only lost 5 games in the latter half of the season. So it seems like that trade that we made ended up paying off. Another really good season for Kobe as we try to win another NBA championship. Round number 1, we got the 8-seeded Portland Trailblazers. We're going to sweep them. Round 2, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. We beat them in 5. And we're easily making our way to the finals after beating the Houston Rockets. We're taking on the Celtics. It's another dub. Ring number 21. 3 more championships. That's right. We're 3 ships away. We have 1 pick in this year's draft. I'm not too concerned about picks at this point. There's not really anybody who's going to move the needle a ton for us with only potentially 3 seasons left if we can win all these championships. Now we're over the hard cap trying to bring back Victor Wembanyama. And if we don't bring back Wemby, things could get bad quick. So we've got to clear up, it looks like, over $20 million to ensure that Victor Wembanyama remains on this team. And we have to have Wemby on the squad, so I'll do anything it takes, even if it means trading away James Wiseman for Mo Boyd, who's a 73 overall and a first-round pick. I gotta have Wemby on this team, and luckily, he's staying loyal to the squad. We offered him a max deal. He's back. That is a big relief. Now, in the offseason, we saw Luka regress to a 94 overall. I'm starting to get a bit worried about Luka. He's dropping a bit in overall, but hopefully some of our other guys like Brandon Miller, Judd McMillan, Kobe, Wemby, those guys will be able to hold it down as Luka Doncic is regressing a little bit. Man, this video has been fun. We've had so many legends on this team throughout this video. We've had so many guys on the squad. It's been a lot of fun. At the end of the season, Victor Wembanyama wins another MVP. Hopefully that can translate to a championship as well. We won 76 games on the year. I didn't think our team was that crazy, but like I told y'all, man, the talent in the league just isn't as good, and that allowed us to absolutely dominate. Another good season for Kobe Bryant as well. So yeah, I think this should be a pretty easy NBA championship considering our regular season dominance. We've taken on the Celtics quite a few times now, and we're going to beat them once again. 22 championships, 2 more chips left, and we will have completed the ultimate goal. And I know we probably don't need this Vincent Stewart guy, but he looked pretty good. He was projected to go 4th in one of the mock drafts, but he ended up going 1st. And I was like, you know what? We got some picks to work with. We actually landed the 5th pick in the draft lottery. So why don't I go ahead and try to get this guy? He's an 81 overall, and boom, we add him to the squad. How much will he help if we just have a couple seasons left? I don't really know, but it's kind of fun to add another good player to the team. I mean, he's really good, 81 overall at only 18 years old, so kind of excited to have him on the team for hopefully just 2 more seasons, because we should be able to get these last 2 chips. Brandon Miller, though, is going to throw a bit of a wrench into things as he goes ahead and wants to leave us for the Indiana Pacers. So yeah, we lost Brandon Miller. Luckily, Judd McMillan is holding it down for us. He's up to a 90 overall, but the squad isn't looking as deep as it once was. And with that, I think I'm going to look at trading Luka. If we could get 2 players who could help us in a trade, that could be good. We get Josh Giddey and Wendell Moore Jr. in this trade, I'm going to do it because Luka's been regressing and Giddey should be able to be good for these next couple years considering he's only 30 years old and at a 90 overall right now. At the end of the season, Victor Wembanyama was once again named the MVP, 1 DPOI. Shout out to Judd, the most improved player, averaging over 24 points per game. There was Nick Sims on the All-NBA first team. Sucks that we had to lose him. Anyway, we won 58 games. It was kind of a mid-season for us, less than 60 wins for the first time in what feels like a very long time. But hopefully, we can still win a chip. In round 1, the Rockets are even giving us some comp. The 8 seed, we're going 7 with them. We're going to manage to get the dub. Round 2, we got the Blazers, and it looks like we're going to have another competitive series. We're going to force 7, and we win. Okay, we made it. 2 game 7s later, and we made it. We ended up sweeping our conference finals opponent, and now we're taking on Ben Stockton in the Bucks. He's really nice. Auto-generated player who's up to a 94 overall. He's going crazy. But the Bucks, they aren't going to give us enough comp. We win in a gentleman's sweep. 23 championships. 1 more chip, man. In the offseason, we're going to bring Judd McMillan back. He's been a big part of what we've been doing. I did not expect him to get this good. So shout out to Judd. He's been hooping. I'm also going to bring back Johnny Davis. He can be a solid role player for us at an 80 overall. We need some decent role players on the team. We'll also offer Wendell Moore a contract, and we're good to go, man. This is what the team is looking like for our final season, or what should be our final season if we can win this last NBA championship. Wemby wins another MVP, and Dante Cartwright is the coach of the year as we were once again really good. I mean, we're not winning 70 games like we were before, but nobody in our conference even won 50 games. There's Kobe hooping. And round number 1, we're taking on the Los Angeles Clippers. We're going to beat them in a sweep. Round 2, we beat the Blazers in a gentleman's sweep, and we're in the finals after we go ahead and beat the Pelicans. We're taking on the Boston Celtics. This is for ring number 24, and we're going to sweep them. We win the championship. Wemby is the finals MVP, but we're not having that, man. We're overriding the finals MVP and giving it to Kobe Bryant. Number 24 wins his 24th championship of the video. If you made it to the end, comment 24. Thank y'all so much if you watched this whole video. Had a ton of fun making it for y'all. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.